Hello, everyone. This is another one of my character highlight videos for my book Wolvon, which you can get on Amazon.com in both ebook and paperback formats. And there'll be links in the description as always. The ebook format, of course, comes with a free preview that you could check it out and preview a couple pages of the book, see what you think. And so basically, the character that's being highlighted this time is Jennifer Ju. Hopefully, I said that right. And she's basically the one of the leads in story 3, and she's a recurring character in stories 1 and 2. And also, like, just a quick reminder, to protect protect you from spoilers, I will be acting as if every character I'm speaking of will survive this story, and that is not actually true. However, I will act like they were to, spare you any spoilers, and that's pretty much the nature of that. Jennifer was a track and field star and prospect for the sport back in high school, and of course her parents were very enamored with the idea, supported it all the way. But she had decided that was not where her passions lay. She had a very strong sense of justice growing up, a very strong sense of right and wrong, and would always get like frustrated if of things in the news, people dying in certain ways. She's a very selfless person and has always been very helpful to her friends and peers in school, and that kind of translated over into this need to, protect and serve people and do things of that nature. So she's always wanted to be a cop in some shape or form, more specifically to be a detective. And so she started studying criminal law and all of those kind of things, and everything she needed to learn, to become an officer and detective. Obviously, her parents did not enjoy this very much, but she was very determined and would not have it any other way. She's basically been at this for a while. When we start the course of the story, she's been at this for a while, and in the course of the other stories, you'll see her as a recurring character, kind of investigating what's going on. She starts getting cases where you have these unexplainable deaths, like people being mangled in ways that don't seem very human. Like there's no way a human could have done the type of things that were done to these bodies. And every time that the DNA is recovered from every crime scene that she's at where this occurs, there is this strange, unnatural combination of human and canine DNA constantly being found, which is believed to be, oh, this is a ruse, oh, this is some trick to trick CSI and all that other shit. But, the motivations are strange. She can't figure out why this was done, and what is the thing tying all these crimes together, even though they seemingly have nothing in common. And that is kind of like what puts her on this journey to try and figure it out and try and stop it. I think my inspiration for trying to make this character, the thought process I had when I started, was I wanted, a human character that was a detective, that was kind of tying all the incidents together for the sake of continuity, and also seeing it with an outsider's kind of perspective, and, them slowly getting pulled in the world like everybody else. And that was mainly what I thought of when I made her. I think the closest mental equivalent I can make is like from Spawn, Sam and Twitch, those type of characters. And basically the thought had occurred to me to kind of like make it a woman and an Asian woman. I just felt like doing that combination. No other reason, because I just felt like it. There's nothing I ever really do is politically motivated, to be honest with you. That's mostly that, and I want to kind of focus on this idea of someone who is so like inherently selfless that they don't really think about their own life almost at all. Like they don't think about what they need, they don't think about what they want. Like everything they need and everything they want seems to be in service of people, of other people, and it's, she doesn't really have a boyfriend, she doesn't really, not thinking about starting a family, even though she probably will make a great mother. But everything kind of takes a back seat to what other people need, and what other people that need protecting. And it really gnaws at her to not be able to help people and not be able to do her job, and it really gnaws at her. So that's what basically, a person who's very, very selfless, and how that selflessness can kind of lead to some bad places for the people around her or herself and things of that nature. I think the things I'm trying to explore the most with Jennifer is, like I said before, that to beware of a very overly dedicated sense of selflessness. Like when you do so much for so many other people, you never really think about yourself, like, ever, and how selflessness can potentially mutate into self-righteousness, where you will essentially potentially sacrifice anything to achieve the goal, or break rules and do these things to basically, beat something or stop something that seems unbeatable. And throughout the course, she does get tested and how far she's willing to go, and ultimately, we'll see where that takes her. That's mostly what it was, like that weary tale of, like, you have to think about yourself at times. You can't just go all in up to the point where you don't even value your own life, and that's kind of something that's really what I'm focused on. Like that's kind of going to be the journey I want to put her on, and how far in which direction can something so positive become so negative when the person becomes so obsessed with achieving that goal. And also, her being the outsider, knowing and learning about these kind of things, like, how long is it going to be before she fully gets pulled inside this world, and if she does, how much of her is going to be left, and what kind of person will she change into, and what would her sense of justice look like, inside versus on the outside. And that's a lot of things I want to explore, and a lot of things I want to look over with her. 50-50 chance if I get to, who knows, maybe she'll live, maybe she won't. But all right, that covers that. I'm not going to harp on it again too much, because I did with Lisa's video about the female characters thing. I'm not really going to dwell on that too much. But like Lisa, she has her flaws, and her flaw primarily being is overtly selfless and not having a real personal life or anything of that nature. And I like making sure that everyone has that sense of flaw. Everyone has a mistake. Everyone makes problems. Everyone has problems. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'm not going to keep any of the female characters absolved from that, because why would I? This is not a political platform for me to talk. This is a story for me and anybody who reads it to enjoy. I'm never going to preach to you anything. But yeah, that cuts up the gist of it. Once again, if anybody has any comments, questions, anything like that, feel free to, put them down in the video, and I'll try to answer them, as often as I can. Also, obviously, the book, once again, and on Amazon.com, links in the description for both versions. And hopefully you guys have heard something, or in this video and the previous videos, that make you want to jump on board and be a part of this journey. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate anything you have to say, positive, negative, whatever. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear what you have to say. And hopefully this will have uploaded by Thursday, or sooner, depending. And I'm going to try to keep that Thursday 12 p.m. Eastern is what I'm trying to keep this at. All right, so that's the gist of it. All right, bye. See you guys around.